because God knows she's the one with the really important problems.
This is a breakdown of Breaking Bad Season 2 premiere.
7:37.
The episode starts with mysterious black and white shots outside the White residence. We encounter an eyeball, police sirens, and a charred pink teddy bear.
Tight, yeah!
We see the end of Season 1 repeated before the story continues, although everything is considerably more yellow now. CH is not an element on the periodic table.
It's just basic chemistry.
This mistake shows up throughout Season 2, but is fixed starting in Season 3.
Okay, Heisenberg!
Next week.
Traumatized by what they just saw, Walt determines how much he needs to make before quitting this arrangement.
7:37.
Did you hear the background airplane?
$737,000. That's what I need.
While some say this foreshadows the true meaning of 737, this is likely a happy accident. The Junkyard is near the Albuquerque Sunport, and they constantly had to battle airplane noise while filming. If you compare them closely, you'll see that the surrounding cars are not the same in the new footage, which was shot much later. Bryan Cranston directed this episode. It's the first of 3 that he directed, all season premieres if you count 5B as a separate season.
Do something! You're smart, right? Do that thing!
I see you still breathing, Nodos.
It's a big hurry.
The car door is ajar, but when the camera angle switches, it's closed. This is actually Betsy Brandt's real pregnant belly. She was pregnant throughout Season 2, but they hid it well with loose clothes and big purses. There are 2 really funny things about this scene. The camera person moves a little too far, so you see the camera and their hand, then goes whoops and retreats. Also, you can see the edge of her fake belly. As Walt flips through channels, you can hear someone say, although it's not Bob Odenkirk's voice.
Are you okay? New hat?
This is hard to watch, and Anna Gunn actually got hurt from her head being pushed too hard.
Stop it!
We go from Skyler's avocado face mask to Jesse eating avocado. Bryan shot what was meant to be a seamless transition from one to the other, but they didn't end up using it. Also, the dog goes from being illuminated to being burned out as the camera moves back. The reason Jesse's here is to buy a gun.
How would you do it? Step by step.
As his head is down, giving it a snort, just pop, pop, pop.
Pop, pop, pop. So 3 shots.
Yeah, 3 shots, or I don't know, 2.
No, wait, is it 2 or is it 3?
I mean, 2 would probably work, I guess, yeah.
Okay, 2 shots. 2 shots in the chest, 2 shots in the face.
Man,
What?
come on.
No,
it
I'm
doesn't-
just trying to understand how this works. I mean, Tuco is usually with someone else, right?
The owner of Jesse's real-life house sold it during the 2nd season, so they needed to recreate it as a set instead. The Marie Splenda storyline never quite took off like the Lydia Stevia storyline.
Call Skyler.
What's up with this futuristic phone? This takes place and was filmed about 6 years before Alexa. Skyler's avoiding Marie, and Marie does her attempt at Seinfeld-like stand-up while leaving a message.
I don't know, I just feel like Chinese. Do you think that people in China ever just feel like American? And they try and figure out how to use the knives and forks.
I think Dave is, really helping you.
Marie's still in denial. She takes it out on the neighbor kid's toy car.
It's a barrel. It rolls. Jesus.
I'll admit it, when I first watched Breaking Bad, I didn't think of that until Hank pointed it out.
I'd say these 2 know their chemistry. They got book learning, but no street skills.
How would he know where I live?
You sure it was Tuco?
Well, who else could it be?
It wasn't. The idea is that Walt and Jesse's paranoia is getting the better of them.
I say we get a second gun, right? For you? I mean, don't we, double our chances? I mean, mathematically?
I've got a better idea. Beans.
Beans.
We are going to process them into ricin.
Rice and beans.
Ricin. It's an extremely effective poison.
So
Don't touch them.
Touching them won't hurt Jesse, but his germs could make it hard to successfully extract ricin. Skyler looks so happy looking at photos of... Oh.
Hey, Sky. You want to sit down first?
Depends on whether or not this is going to be about Marie. Marie is a shoplifter, Hank.
Yeah.
I know that the Marie kleptomaniac storyline is not well liked by, well, anyone, but I love this upcoming rant so much that I think it justifies it.
You knew about this.
We got a
support the shit out of her.
Do we?
Yeah.
I need support. Me, the almost 40-year-old pregnant woman with a surprise baby on the way, and the husband with lung cancer who disappears for hours on end, and I don't know where he goes, and he barely even speaks to me anymore, with the moody son who does the same thing, and the overdrawn checking account, and the lukewarm water heater that leaks rusty-looking crap and is rotting out the floor of the utility closet, and we can't even afford to fix it.
Amazingly, she made up the water heater line, but it was so memorable that it became a major plot point later in the season.
But oh, I see. Now I'm supposed to go, Hank. Please, what can I possibly do to further benefit my spoiled, kleptomaniac bitch sister who somehow always manages to be the center of attention? Because God knows she's the one with the really important problems.
Look at how he's patting her.
Want me to take a look at that utility closet?
That's all it takes. That's all it takes.
Hey, Hank.
I apologize in advance for the earful you're gonna hear from Skyler. I was just trying to get her and Marie talking again.
Hey, you want to see something really freaky?
Well, I would, but
Seriously, Walt.
A couple of local bullet heads. Guess they pissed off the wrong guy.
I'm taking this.
No, it's my gun. I need it.
No, you don't. Not if you leave town. Get out of here. Tuco killing Gonzo means he's coming after us next time. I've got to get home.
So where have you been this time?
Skyler's taking the most candlelit bubble bath ever, like she's the Phantom of the Opera.
I'll be right there.
This guy wasn't murdered. The stack must have shifted. Hey, get a photo of me with this guy, all right?
Keep it classy, Hank.
Make sure you get the stump in there.
Would you talk to me, please?
I don't know where to begin.
It looks like he's about to tell her everything.
What the hell are you doing here? Get in.
Raymond Cruz wasn't available this night, so his shots were filmed separately, and this hand is someone else's. This is also someone else.
Let's go.
Across from Walt's house, you can see we're on Piermont Drive, the real-life location, rather than Negro Arroyo Lane. But at least the credits got the actors' names for Gonzo and Nodo's right this time. Shout out to my channel members. Thanks everyone for watching, liking, and subscribing, which encourages me to keep this series going. And as I do this, I'm figuring out how to rank the episodes so I can eventually present that. See you next week for Season 2, Episode 2.